My name is Amanda Gomez, and today I'm going to be talking to you about reasons why you should stop buying and using plastic overall. On June 5th, 2018, from nationalgeographic.com was talking about a group of scientists were helping an injured sea turtle. They saw something up this turtle's nose and they began to pull it out with a pair of pliers. Now, when you see this video, it's a brutal video of a turtle bleeding profusively with pulling out a 4-inch long straw. The scientists assumed that the turtle might have swallowed the straw at some point, gagging on it and trying to throw it back up. Well, on June 28th, 2017, a report from theguardian.com explains around 1 million plastic bottles are being purchased around the world every single minute, which has a chance to increase 20% by the year 2021. And if things do not change, it's only not gonna stop there. Well, OceanCrusaders.org explained a plastic bag can kill numerous animals because it takes so long to degenerate. Well, an animal that dies from that bag will only decompose, leaving that bag behind for the next animal to come and eat that plastic bag, only to be a never-ending cycle. With all that being said, the plastic debris ocean leaves, it's hurting not only our fish, our birds, our mammals, and our various marine life. Only for them to face an untimely death, for them to be such innocent victims because of our problems, our fault to the lack of recycling and the lack of just throwing stuff in the trash. Today I will be giving you the 3 most important reasons on why you need to stop buying and using plastic overall. First, I will explain to you how the most plastic that is found in our ocean is one-time use and our lack of recycling. Then, since plastic is not biodegradable, I will explain to you that it cannot be broken down, and most of it ends up in everything but our landfill. And if it does, it takes hundreds of years to still decompose. Lastly, I will explain how the use of plastic affects Earth's most biodiverse ecosystem, our coral reefs. Now let me explain to you a study done by Columbia University. Talks about the single-use plastics are affecting our ocean and effective ways to stop hurting our Earth and polluting the oceans. Well, from a study done by Columbia University, the action that they recommend is to stop using single-use plastics that are found in our ocean. In our ocean, 8 out of 10 times, it is most commonly found in the ocean that are single-use. That means every time we use one thing, we just throw it out right away. And that's something we relate to when it comes to fast food. You use the plastic cups, you drink, you throw it out. And where's it going to end up in? Our oceans. Another recommendation is to recycle as much as possible. They ask to check to your city's code to see what is recyclable and what is not. Finally, they recommend participating in cleaning up in the beaches. After a fun day, some people are careless and they just leave their trash there. It's often the most effective way to just clean up your beach because it's less stuff ending up in the ocean, only helping the ocean's pollution. In order to be, one must be of service to the planet and the community in doing their part in preventing harm from marine animals and pollution towards the oceans. So now that I have told you that the type of plastic that is single-use and how it really affects the earth and our oceans, but what if I told you that plastic is not biodegradable, which means it can spread through the air, the land, and even the water. On November 26, 2019, from thoughtco.com said plastic material is not biodegradable, which means it cannot be broken down. So this lightweight plastic, this microplastic, is still very easily to spread through the air, land, and water. But if plastic does end up making it to the landfill, it's still going to take hundreds of years for it to be recycled because we produce even way more trash. Well, sadly, animals mistaken this as food. And an example of that would be our sea turtles. Our sea turtles see that floating plastic bag in the water and mistaking it for a jellyfish, their common source of food. Another example would be from the Middle East, where camels fall to victim to eating plastic that is thrown on the ground or left unattended. Another issue that comes from the plastic matter is when they are hit by the sun rays. They will break down into smaller pieces, but doing so, the plastic releases a chemical which is hazardous to the marine life if consumed. Whatever pieces are left behind get sunken into the soil and prevent any organic life from sprouting because of the amount of thick plastic that is stopping them from growing. Let me tell you about the variety of reasons as to why plastic is becoming more unnecessary to buy. So, from on April 24th, 2020, from Healthy.com, Jill Scouthouse explains 34 reasons to stop buying plastics. There are nearly 700 different types of marine life that is effective plastic because they eat and kill plastic, and plastic kills them. Well, wherever you go, I hope you one day go to the beach and go scuba diving or snorkeling to see our beautiful coral reefs because it's a very beautiful, breathtaking view. But if we keep buying plastic and using plastic one time and just throwing it into the streets just for it to end up in the ocean, it's only going to get stuck on our coral reefs, harming our coral reefs, and that's where it's going to starve them from the oxygen and light that they need to release toxins and allow them to attack those bacteria and viruses from invading other marine life. Coral reefs will die, and many marine lives and need coral. Many coral reefs have that life that marine life need. Today I told you the 3 most important reasons on why you should stop buying and using plastic overall. I explained how most of the plastic is found in the ocean and is one-time use. The lack of recycling. Then I told you plastic is not biodegradable, which means it cannot be broken down, and it ends up in anything but a landfill, which is why it's harming our earth. And most importantly, I explained how plastic affects Earth's most biodiverse ecosystem. Now you may think to yourself, I am one person, how can I make a difference? Well, next time you ask yourself these questions, remember, you can either be a part of the problem or be a part of the change. Those animals that are dying because of our lack of recycling, remember, you can be a part of the change.